Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea,
And I'm Adina.
and together we are Emma. This video is filmed as a response to the question we've been asked during our weekly meetings, Take Your Job, every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. UK time, where we discuss different aspects of jobs. We invite people to come tell us their concerns, their initiatives, their tender spots. We want to initiate a authentic conversation about what's going on in the workplace. So if you want more, uh, please join us. And the questions we receive will be replied through a video. We'll post those videos on YouTube so they can help anybody, not only the person who asked, because I'm sure many more are going through the same thing and want to know the same answers. So the question is, to know when, how do I know when to stop and to switch off? And these questions touch me deeply because I am a person who doesn't know how to stop or didn't know how to stop. Let's put it this way. Uh, I've I have a lot of energy. I am very curious and I want to do a lot of things and I can do a lot of things. So for me, switching off was never an issue because guess what? I never did it. So I was always on and on. And the only time I managed to stop when I actually got sick. So there are a couple of ways you can stop. And I am glad somebody had the courage to ask this because that shows that they want to stop before they got sick. And I can tell you from experience, it's not nice to find yourself there. A couple of things. Your body will always tell you when to stop. So the first thing would be to pay attention to the signals your body is sending. That means every day, start noticing your body sensations, you know, little aches and pains. What, how tired are you? What you really, really, really don't want to do? What are you forcing yourself to do? All this and journal it. Keep a journal, write it down and see where you want to stop. It's important where you want to stop and where your body wants to stop may be two different things. I can tell you from my own experience that it sounds easy. It's not at all. I have been very disconnected from my body for a long time. So when somebody said, start noticing your body, I said, ah, stupid things. Of course I can notice my body. The truth is, it took me some time to figure out what they mean, and sometimes for me to actually feel the sensations in my body because I was so numb to it. My body was in constant pain. So one little pain on top of constant pain means nothing. One little headache on top of a lot of headaches or daily headaches doesn't mean much. Bad food. If you're used to uh, putting all kinds of things into your body, food, drink, whatever, you miss the signals. So it takes a while to recognize back. I also recommend somatic therapies. What we do here in Emma is somatic therapy called TRE, tension trauma release exercises. It's to make a parallel with the weekly chat, I call it the date with your body. And it took me a while to reconnect back and to actually let my body start telling me what it needs from me. It's a process. So to know when to stop and to switch off, it's a decision. And after that decision, it's a process. And I would suggest start by paying attention to what your body is telling you. Reconnect back and listen. And it might take a while. And then you will get into the habit of observing, of relating to your body, and your signal will be clear. Stop now. It's too much. The next step is, okay, you have made a decision, you have the signal. Are you committed to that? That's boundaries. That's okay, I stop here and I'm committed to that. So I'm doing exactly that. So I'm doing what I'm saying, and I'm saying what I'm doing. And it will connect you back to you in a way nothing else can. And you'll become to trust yourself more and more. And you'll see not only the relationship with yourself, but with the others will change. It is so important. It is not easy. Again, it sounds easy, it is not. But it's totally, totally worth it. So set your boundaries, commit to it, communicate it. If you're with yourself, write it on the wall. The moment I feel that, or if you are not there yet, set the times, the hours. I will stop at 5 p.m. no matter what, and you stop. It's the little things, build in a routine, build in a practice, and stick into it. You will always want to do more. If you're like me, there is no stopping. You will always can do more. What's the point? So that's it from me. Hope it helps. Adina, do you have other ideas?
Yeah, on top of that, I was thinking of something I was doing with my team. I was asking them, how do you differentiate between the working day finishing and you starting your rest of the day, hopefully? And it was so funny because there were 7 people, each of them with different opinions. And it was interesting that most of them had a way of doing it, like putting the laptop away, switching off, and just hiding the laptop, having a to-do list, and at the end you cross over and you put the whatever is left for the next day. Going for a walk, going for a gym, picking up the kids, getting into that part of life which takes you out of this. Taking the badge off, even that. I know it's small, but very significant because it has a click in your mind that the job finished and now it's time for the rest. And even if you're passionate, even if you love it, you need to have boundaries. And it was the same for me. For me, it was the part with the laptop. Usually, if I worked from the office, I would have loved to leave it there, which again helps. And have a clear policy with yourself. When do you reply to emails? How fast do you reply? What are you teaching other people? That you're available all the time? You know, nothing is so urgent in general. Depending on the job, of course, if you're not a doctor and you are working in emergency, most of the things are not as urgent as you think. And there is a way of self-importance that you kind of accredit to yourself. If I don't do that, what happens? Oh my God, the company will crumble. No, it won't. It'll just replace you. What about you? Can you replace yourself in your life? You can't. And if you're not listening to what your body is telling you, as Andrea was giving example, it doesn't go well for you in general or for anybody, because we know we went through that and a lot of people went through that. And you're not helping anybody. That's the reality. So, and the other thing that I learned from a while now, somebody told me, do you realize that if you're still working, or even if you're still thinking of work after you finish your job, you're doing overtime? And when I heard that, because when I heard that one of my values, money and time, it's like, oh my God, no way, no. I have a contractual hours. I'm working them. I'm working, of course, a little more if it's needed, and they were flexible enough, and it's very good with the remote working, but the remote working has 2 sides, as we both know. But after that, what about me? How do I replenish myself? So that's what I can think from a perspective of the mind. You need to conquer your thoughts and to try to have this inner roommate. If you want to know more, read the book Untethered Soul. this inner roommate, this person inside you said, oh, but you need to finish it, but you need to finish it, but you still have these emails, and you still have these emails, and you still have this meeting, and you will always have it. That's why you're going to work in general, because you have work. If you finish everything, something else will come, because if not, what's the point of getting paid? But what about you? What are your limits? And I think the dangerous part happening for a lot of people, you compare yourself with others. You're not the same. It's like car. We're not the same models. So, we don't all like the same models. We're all different. We all need different types of gas or gasoline or I don't know, fuel. Different times of being maintained, entertained. You need different things. So find your own way, because very clear example between me and Andrea, we have different limits. She can go much more than I can go. Initially, guess what? I was comparing. I thought, I want to try to do all these things she can do in the same time. What about me? And then I know I can't. I have another power, another limit. I'm fine with that. I know where I am. I'm okay. I know what I can deliver. I know my skills, and we're all both excelling in different things. That's why even here in one of these answers, we're having it different. We have different perspective. So compare yourself with you most of the time, and of course, listen to you. Look at other people, get inspiration. You'll see some people have so clear boundaries in their hand. It's absolutely amazing. I'm quite surprised and motivated by a lot of people who they don't even need to think about it, and it just comes because they have different relationship with work. So look at your relationship with work. What does it mean for you? How much do you want to invest yourself in it? Is it worth it at the end of the day? Is it? If you think you're, I don't know, 80, and you're looking back now at this period when you can't switch off and you can't all the time think about that, and you have to solve so many things. Do you think you're going to remember this overtime, this time that you invested in work, or you're going to remember whatever you did with the money or whatever you did in your free time? You're not going to remember the hours. You're going to remember being tired. I know that because I'm looking back at 10 years ago what I was doing, and I wasn't doing any favors to myself. We're talking more about this in our Q&A, so you can see this in the next videos about boundaries. But we hope we gave you some ideas for the moment to anybody watching. And if you have more questions about the therapies that Andrea asked or what we said, contact us, add comments, and let us know. We love to answer questions like this. Thank you.
One more comment only, and we'll be done. Generally, people who cannot switch off are the perfect candidates for burnout. Because that's burnout. No switching off until you burn out. That's the classical definition there. And we don't want any of you to get that. So contact us before you do. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.